It has been a long day. Big priorities for the day were getting the 12 volt power connected so that I could test the plumbing, which I need my pumps to work for. So I finished connecting all of my plumbing this morning. I just had a few little outlet valves and drain valves and stuff to put together. Here's what all of that awesomeness now looks like. And now you can see I have connected the water hose and I'm about to put water in here and turn on the pump. Yeah, I should get some towels because there's probably going to be some leaks. Here we go. So Sarah just turned on the water. Turn it off. Right away, I've got a leak right there. That's annoying. So of course, get it going, and right away as we're filling it, this piece of crap inlet valve is leaking. Like just dripping out steady the whole time I'm filling, which is really annoying. No leaks anywhere else
Flex seal
as
it.
you're filling it. Yeah, Flex Seal that. So B&B off of Amazon, you suck. Alright, so now I turned on the pump and it pressurized the system. I've got one little leak right here on the pipe thread. So you can see that dripping, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And then I had one little leak right here on this barb fitting, but everything else is looking pretty good. So now time to turn on the shower and see what happens there.
Alex is getting some lights wired up.
Yep, so we use these little 12 volt LED puck lights, so they're actually recessed in.
Link below for those.
And this is the cover that goes on it, so you actually screw it up to the ceiling. It's got spots for 3 screws, and then the cover just goes on.
I dig it. And we got the subfloor down in half of the van. We're getting ready to lay the other half. And we're using this underlayment. It's got a little bit of cushion, a teensy bit of insulation. So
We doubled it up.
yeah, we doubled it up, and then we also have a reflectic. So hopefully floor will be semi-insulated. Again, not much, but it's better than none. So something's better than nothing.
One of the things that makes our build unique is that we actually overhang our toilet over the shower pan so that we can actually maximize the space in the bathroom. So what I'm going to be doing next is building the box out of steel studs that the toilet is actually going to sit on, and so it has to be strong enough that it's actually going to hang out over this corner. So the box is ready, that this is what the toilet is going to sit on, and this is what is going to hang out over our shower pan. And then what I will go ahead and do is, once this is on, I'm going to cut a piece of 3/4 inch plywood that this will actually sit on so that it's nice and strong and durable. And then come into the van, as I almost fall, you'll see you do need to be able to seal off all of the areas around the shower pan to make it waterproof. And so this is another little box that I built in here that then I will attach the shower pan to before I put up our foam backer board. So this is just going to prevent any water from getting in, you know, from underneath and going through this area and causing any sort of water damage when we're showering. So, moving on. We also picked up today this hydro band board. So this is a foam board that you can use instead of hardy board for bathrooms and also for like backboards for tile. So we bought this, we're going to use it in the kitchen where we're going to be putting tile right there, and then also we're going to use it for all of the walls in our bathroom. Over it, we are going to go ahead and use a waterproof membrane paint as well to make it super waterproof, but this is waterproof as well. So here's my foam backer board, and as you can see, I've just gone ahead and measured. So I've created these data points, and that is what my panel is going to look like once I cut it out. You can also see here I marked for the shower mixer as well as the shower head. With the separate urine diverting toilets, there is an opening in the back of the toilet. And so this can be used to turn it into a composting toilet. We don't use it that way. However, you do need to have something underneath that opening so that you don't have water dripping from your shower down into the toilet and then, you know, getting onto the floor and ruining the flooring. So what we do is we bought this little, it's actually like a dish basin, and then I built an internal frame using the steel studs and then secured this to there. And you see I did have to notch out the front a little bit to correspond with the urine diverting portion of the toilet. But now from here I can go ahead and put my plywood on top and then put my foam board on top of that. Now, before I went ahead and put my plywood topper and my foam board topper on, I did actually go ahead and run the hose down the hole that I've drilled in the bottom of the van. It's going to be connecting it to my gray water tank, and I've just left some extra hose coiled up inside the toilet. That hose does come with the toilet itself, and it's just going to be way easier to get it onto the toilet and run through the hole and everything, since I've already done it ahead of time. So this is the bathroom, all ready to go. I've got foam board everywhere that I need foam board, and now Sarah's going to come in and use our red paint to create a waterproof membrane in the whole shower.
So I am waterproofing the bathroom. So we got this seam tape. It's not actually tape. It's the same brand that makes this red waterproofing stuff, and it's pink right now.
It's called
it's
Red
wet.
Guard.
It's called Red Guard.
I wonder why they call it that.
So I'm just painting on the Red Guard and then sticking this to the wet spots where all the cracks are in the bathroom, and then I'm going to go over that and do the whole bathroom. And this is how you waterproof your bathroom. So you have the foam board, you waterproof it, and then we are just going to do the vinyl tile like we did in our last van. So yay!
Just like that.
Yeah, works really well. So I'm going to do all the little joints in here.
Cool.
And then we'll do the whole thing. Bathroom is all waterproofed, nice and bright and red. We're going to tile that tomorrow. And we were just finishing up the floor, and we realized we didn't film any of the flooring when we were doing it. We actually had a friend over, so we just spaced on filming. So we are filling in the last bits of the floor. So we have the dog crate area and just a couple other small pieces. So we will show you what it's like to install this flooring. This is actually a waterproof vinyl floor, but it's not click flooring. It doesn't interlock like our last flooring. We went with a little bit different of a style this time, so it is actually glue down. And that's the glue that they recommended at Lumber Liquidators, which is where we got the flooring. So that's what we used. And it definitely stays really wet for a long time. And so as you can see on our floor, which is really dirty, there's just like little bits of glue that essentially squeezed out from in between the cracks. But Mineral Spirits takes that right off, so we'll clean it once we're at the end of the van build, because it's just a messy van right now. So we are installing all the flooring in there. It cuts easily with a jigsaw, so Alex is doing that, and then we have a couple little pieces just to fill in right here. And I think we're gonna do one strip on the front of the step. So I dig it. Making what is hopefully one of our last trips to Home Depot, because we're in the final week of the build. I'm so excited. We got our red paint done yesterday, and we've been kind of trying to figure out what the heck we were going to do as far as tile, if we were going to do vinyl tile again. And this time, I think we're going with real tile, because we saved so much weight on our foam backer board instead of using hardy board. So I somehow convinced Alex that tile is a good idea. So we shall see. We're going to go get some tile. We've kind of gone back and forth like 3 times. So
6 times.
Tile it is. And I think we're just going to do white subway tile. So this is the tile we used last time. We got it at Home Depot. You guys might recognize it. It's actually vinyl flooring tile, so you aren't supposed to use it in a bathroom, and so I don't really want to use it. So we decided we aren't going to use it this time, and actually quite a few van lifers have done the same thing, so we don't want our van to look like everyone else's, so we are going to switch it up, guys. Got to keep it interesting. It's been a busy day, but we're not stopping anytime soon. Just kidding, we are soon. But we did a bunch of scribing today. That stuff takes forever, just finishing touches. And now we are cutting our memory foam. And the way we do it is using an electric bread knife. Works so well. We are just cutting our mattress because we got our cushions today. We got our fabric done. We paid somebody to do that for us because that's just something I'm willing to pay somebody.
Did you see Sarah's sewing videos?
Yeah, I'm willing to pay somebody to sew for me, for sure. So that was $350 to get them sewn. That did not include the fabric. The fabric was like another $300. So yeah, and then the mattress was like $100, and we got another foam topper to go on top of that, and I think that one was like $100. So making your bed comfy is well worth the investment. So Alex is making the measurements here. He's just using a straight piece of 1/4-inch ply and drawing a line, and this good old electric knife cuts it like butter.
Today is tiling day. No more will the bathroom be red. So we are going ahead and running as much tile as we can before we have to make cuts. And so we're going to run a tile saw tomorrow and finish making all the cuts that we need for the bathroom and for the kitchen. So right now, as we're laying out the set material, then Sarah's going in after in the spots where we're not actually putting tile today. She's scraping it out. So then we can add the mortar set tomorrow and finish up with all the cuts. So we have a lot of space to do. Here we go. Oh wait, I'm so excited. Yay!
Yeah, come on, Alex. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. So, because we saved so much weight on the foam backer board, the tile's only about 100 pounds, including the mortar. So, we're really only adding 100 pounds weight-wise, so I know that's an issue sometimes for people is the weight, and we definitely wouldn't have done it if we would have done hardy board. In our last van, we did hardy board, so that's one of the reasons why we did the vinyl tile, because your hardy board is so heavy already. So we wanted to save on weight in the last one and didn't do tile. So that's the only reason we were doing tile. We wanted to be more waterproof, and we saved on weight on this foam stuff. So this is what I'm talking about. It is light
Hydro band board.
It's called Hydro band board. It's literally like foam in the middle with waterproofing on both sides. And yeah, so wanted to say that because I know a lot of you are probably gonna be like, they're crazy to put tile in a van. And yeah, we might be. We'll see how it holds up. We may change it down the road. Who freaking knows? You know, you just gotta try things. And so we're gonna try it. Why not? We've seen people put tile in their van and had it hold up. So obviously they didn't tile an entire bathroom, but I've also did a lot of research. A lot of people in RVs have done it. So just wanted to say that before you see our crazy bathroom. So here it is. It looks awesome. Tomorrow we are renting a tile saw to make all of the cuts. So I will show you guys how we're doing that. So there's a method to the madness in here. As you can see, everything is numbered in here. And the reason why is because we're renting a tile saw, and you want to have all of your cuts ready to go. So knowing what you're doing, that way it goes a little bit quicker once we're actually renting the tile saw. So the way you figure this out is you essentially put, let's see, I have 163 here. So what I did for these ones is actually pretty simple. I held it here and drew a line underneath, just tracing the inside there, and then marking it to cut it. For other ones on the walls, it gets a little bit more complicated, and what we did is essentially just held the tile up here in place, and then you can make a mark on the top and the bottom, and then that's going to be your cut line. You attach it in the back. Obviously this wasn't the piece for there, but you get what I'm saying. So we might be a little bit crazy for doing tile, but it's going to look really good. We're going to do gray grout, so we'll rent the tile saw tomorrow, get all the cuts done, and then grout it the next day. And yeah, it's gonna look awesome. So we'll see how it holds up. Only time will tell. Just like everything in a van, you just never know until you try. And here comes Jill, who bought our old van. We're doing a little bit of work on her van. She wants to swap out the toilet, so it's so crazy to see our van. She's gonna pull up here in a second. How does it feel, Alex?
Feels weird.
There's
got
our
a little,
old black beauty.
A little sticker on the back.
Oh, cute. Carpe diem. So we are like days away from finishing this van. We're so excited to hit the road again. We will do a full tour once it's done. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you love these videos. Give it a thumbs up. Drop your questions below, and maybe we'll even do like an FAQs updated. What kind of questions do you have for us? So drop questions below, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.